Philadelphia, I want to talk about 17 pitches. 17. That's how many Tanner Banks threw tonight. 4 hits, 3 home runs, a third of an inning. We lost 11-5, and the whole thing happened in the time it takes to make toast.
4 Reds homers in the 4th inning. 1 off Rangel, 3 off Banks. That's the game, and everything after it was cleanup.
The inbox is wide open tonight, and I know it's going to be ugly. Jack at thecaptainjackshow.com. Come on in. The water's terrible.
Time, take a look! With good old Captain Jack! Captain!
Good evening, Philadelphia. Your Phillies lost 11-5 to the Cincinnati Reds, a team that is 15 and a half games out of first place in their own division, and they did it by hitting 4 home runs in 1 inning off our pitching.
It was a bullpen game by design. Alan Rangel opened, and honestly, he was fine for 3 innings. 5 strikeouts, 69 pitches. He just couldn't get through the 4th, and what came after him was a fire.
Fire! Craig, it wasn't a fire. A fire has the decency to spread slowly. Banks comes in, and before I've adjusted in my seat, it's De La Cruz, it's Stewart, it's Bleday. Back to back to back. 3 swings.
17 pitches, 13 of them strikes. That's the part that gets me. He was in the zone all night. They just kept hitting it out of the yard.
I'd be angrier if I had a setting past this one. Kevin, are you back there? Tell me somebody's still alive.
Hey everybody, Kevin here in the booth. Rough one, but the phones lit up before the 5th inning was over. First caller's ready when you are.
Of course they did. Quick thing, if you're new to us, follow the show wherever you're listening, and if you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe. We're here every night, good or bad, and tonight is a good example of bad.
Nothing sells like a bullpen fire.
Kevin, who do we have?
Jen in Center City is first up, putting her through.
Hey guys, so I know we lost, but I've been thinking about Justin Crawford for like 2 hours and I need to say something.
Jen, you're the only person in this city with a smile on tonight. Go ahead.
He hit a ground ball 105 miles an hour and turned it into a triple. A ground ball. That's not a hit, that's a track meet. And then he stole a base, and then he scored on a wild pitch.
2 for 3, a walk, a stolen base. He was the best Philly on the field, and nobody's going to remember it.
That's my whole point, though. You know what a guy like that becomes? He becomes the leadoff hitter in October, and then he becomes the reason we win a series in October, and then there's a statue conversation.
Jen, we lost by 6! There is no statue!
Not yet, there isn't. I'm just saying I saw the beginning of something, and you two saw a loss. Talk tomorrow, guys.
She out-hyped you on a night we got beaten by 6 runs, Jack. Sit with that.
Carmine in North Philly, and he has been holding the whole time.
Cap, gotta ask one thing. What is a bullpen game? Explain it to me like I'm a child, because I've been watching baseball for 60 years, and I never once heard of planning to not have a pitcher.
Carmine, they're saving arms. That's the theory.
Saving them for what? Saving them for the off-season. Rangel is dealing. He's got 5 strikeouts. And they take the ball out of his hand and give it to a guy who gives up 3 home runs before I can get off the couch.
To be fair to Mattingly, Rangel had already given up the homer to Marte, and he was at 69 pitches. He wasn't cruising when they went to get him.
Don't be fair to nobody tonight, Craig. I'm not in a fair mood. You know what effort looks like? Effort looks like Crawford running out a ground ball. That's the only Philly who showed up.
Carmine, I can't argue with a single word of that, and it's making me feel worse.
Good. Misery is honest. Good night, fellas.
Lou from Fairmount is next.
Fellas, I watched that 4th inning, and I turned the sound off, and then I turned the picture off, and then I just sat.
Lou, that's the most Philadelphia thing anyone has ever said on this program.
I'll tell you what I kept thinking about. That Reds fella, Friedel, he laid down a bunt, bunted a man over, put a man on third with one out. Nobody does that no more.
He actually bunted into an out, Lou, grounded back to the pitcher. Arroyo held at third.
Sure. But he tried something. In 1968, a fella tried something every inning. Now they stand there and wait for the fella behind him to hit it 400 feet.
Lou, the Reds did hit it 400 feet. 4 times. In 1 inning.
And that's how I know I'm old, Cap. It worked. Good night.
Good night, Lou. Get some rest.
3 callers, 3 different kinds of sad. That's a full picture of the fan base right there.
All right. Let's do the damage properly, Craig. Walk me through it. And Kevin, if you have any music that sounds like a building coming down, cue it up.
I'll see what I have.
Top of the second. We're actually in front. Rinconez doubles, Crawford legs out the triple. 1-0 Phillies. Stott adds a sacrifice fly later. Crawford comes around on a wild pitch. We led this game.
We led this game. Say it again so people believe me.
Bottom of the third. Sal Stewart hits a 2-run homer. Ties it at 2. 400. No 356 feet off the bat at 100.7. Then the fourth happens.
Marte leads it off with a solo shot off Rangel. That's the second one Rangel gives up, and they go get him. Fine. Reasonable. Then, Banks.
Arroyo triples, Friedel bunts him to nowhere.
And then De La Cruz hits a line drive 387 feet at 104 off the bat. 2 runs.
And Stewart follows him. His second of the night. And then Bleday follows him. Craig, 3 men in a row, 3 swings, 3 baseballs in the seats. I have never wanted a commercial break so badly in my life.
4 Reds homers in the inning. Banks faced 5 hitters and got 1 out.
17 pitches, 13 strikes. He threw strikes, Craig. He did the thing they tell you to do.
He did. They were very hittable strikes. That's a hard night, and it's 1 bad third of an inning for a guy who has had plenty of good ones. I'm not going to bury him over 17 pitches.
I'll bury the inning then. The inning is dead to me.
The 6th is the one that actually ended it, for the record. Alvarado comes in and walks Friedel, walks De La Cruz, gets a flyout, and then Bleday singles 1 in. Suarez strikes out. Steer walks. Bases loaded.
And Noelvi Marte clears them. Double to left. 3 runs, 11-4. Marte drives in 4 tonight all by himself.
35 pitches from Alvarado, 15 of them strikes, 3 walks. When he's off, he's very off. And tonight he was very off.
I want to be careful here because that man has gotten big outs in this city. But tonight he could not find the plate with a map.
2 things worth saying that aren't miserable. Brad Keller and Tim Maiza threw an inning apiece and gave up nothing. Meza struck out 2. Somebody in that bullpen was fine.
Somebody was fine. Write that on the flag.
And Chase Burns, who won this game, was not good. 5 innings, 6 walks, 106 pitches, 2 strikeouts. He handed us base runners all night, and we scored 3 off him.
6 walks, Craig. Bryce walks twice. Marsh walks. Stott walks. Bone walks. We had men on all night, and we could not push them across. That's the loss. Forget the homers.
It's both, Jack. It's allowed to be both.
Craig, I have to bring something up, and I don't enjoy it.
The Volpe.
The Volpe. Top of the second, right after Crawford's triple. JT Realmuto sees 5 pitches from Burns. Ball, called strike. Ball, called strike. Called strike. He never swung the bat, not once. Bat never left his shoulder.
A backwards Volpe. 2 sliders and a 98-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. All taken.
Bat on the shoulder. Man on third, one of the great catchers of his generation. And he walks back to the dugout without offering at anything.
And then he hits a home run in the 6th, his 7th of the year. 354 feet to left, and it cut the lead to 3 at the time.
So which is it?
It's a long season, and he's grinding through a hard one at the plate. He's hitting .202. He knows it better than anybody. He's also caught more meaningful innings for this franchise than almost anyone I can name. And I'm not going to spend a Wednesday night in July taking shots at him for a 5-pitch at bat.
No. You're right. He's earned better than that from me.
Quick footnote before we move on. 6 challenges tonight, 3 of them overturned. 4 of those were pitch challenges on Marquez behind the plate, and the machine backed him on 2 of them. Perfectly ordinary night for a crew, which is not the story anyone wanted.
The umpires were fine. What a sentence to say on a night like this. Standings. And then I need to look at something young and hopeful before I lose it. 51-42. 3 games back of Atlanta. And Miami is now tied with us at 51-42, which I did not need.
5-5 in the last 10. Run differential is -10. We're a good team having a very average month.
-10. We've scored fewer runs than we've allowed. That is a fact about the second-place team in the National League East, and I refuse to accept it.
You don't have to accept it. It just sits there being true.
Send me your grievances. Jack at thecaptainjackshow.com. Craig, take me to the farm before I say something I regret.
Let's go look at the future, because tonight the present is not paying its bills.
Painter. Give me Painter first. I don't want to hear about anybody else until I hear about Painter.
Andrew Painter at Lehigh Valley. 2 starts, 10 innings, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. Earned run average is 1.80. His whip is .90.
10 innings, 10 punch-outs, a 1.80 ERA, and he's 23 years old. And he is throwing in Allentown while we hand a baseball to a man who gives up 3 home runs in 17 pitches.
He's built up to 2 starts. That's it. 2. You don't call a young arm up on the strength of 10 innings because you're mad about a Wednesday.
I am mad about a Wednesday, Craig. That's my entire personality.
I'd noticed.
Down at Reading, Braden Tucker. 14 starts, 6-5, 74 2/3 innings, 66 strikeouts, 29 walks, 2.89 earned run average.
26 years old, and nobody's ever heard of him, and he's got a 2.89. That's a guy who's going to pitch in the big leagues and make some team very happy.
His whip is 127, so he's letting people on. But he pitches out of it. He's been the steadiest arm at that level all year. High A is a strange one tonight. The name that comes up is Gabriel Rinconez Jr., 9 at-bats, no hits.
Craig, Gabriel Rinconez Jr. played right field for us tonight in Cincinnati. He doubled. He scored a run.
He did. So the future has already arrived, gone 1 for 5, and hit a double. The list hasn't caught up with him yet.
I love that. That's the most optimistic thing I've heard all night, and it's a filing error.
Single A, Cade Obermueller, 22. 8 starts, 23 2/3 innings, 39 strikeouts.
39 strikeouts in 23 innings!
And 14 walks with a whip of 173. He misses bats and he misses the plate. That's a project, not a promotion.
Give me the kid in rookie ball. I've heard rumors.
Francisco Renteria, he's 17 years old, 27 games, 38 hits, 3 homers, 16 stolen bases. He's hitting .369, and his on-base plus slugging is 1.018.
17 years old, and he's slugging like that. Craig, when I was 17, I was setting the Asteroids record at a 7-11.
And look at the 2 of us now.
That's the healthiest I've felt in an hour.
Cap, phones are stacked again. Second batch is ready.
Send them in, Kevin.
Captain, Craig, Reggie, and Camden. I've got the deadline math, and you're not going to like the first part.
Nobody's liked anything tonight, Reggie. Lay it on me.
23 days. That's what you got until July 31st. And in those 23 days, this bullpen is going to pitch, by my count, somewhere north of 80 innings. 80 innings, Cap. With this group...
That's a lot of innings for a group that gave up 8 earned tonight.
So here's what you do. You don't trade for a closer. Everybody trades for a closer. You trade for two middle guys nobody's heard of. The 5th and 6th inning is where this team dies, and I have charted it. I have it on paper here in the garage.
Reggie's got it on paper.
6th inning tonight, Cap. Alvarado. 4 runs. 6th inning is a graveyard. You tell Dombrowski. He listens to this show. I know he does.
Reggie, if he listened to this show, he'd have made the calls in May.
Then somebody get him a radio. Thank you, fellas.
Dave from Bucks County. He sounds calm, which usually means he isn't.
Evening, fellas. I want to talk about JT, and I want to do it politely.
Go ahead, Dave.
I heard what you said about the 5 pitches, and I understand it, but he hit a home run tonight. In a game we lost by 6, down 4 runs, he put one in the seats in the 6th.
He did, Dave. Nobody's denying it.
It's just that JT squats back there just about every night. He's got Rangel and Banks and Alvarado throwing all different stuff at him in one game, and the man is expected to hit like it's nothing. He's hitting .202, and I'd like to see anybody else do it with his knees.
That's not an unreasonable thing to say, Dave. I said most of it myself 20 minutes ago.
Then we agree, and I'll get off the phone happy for once. Take care, fellas.
Take care, Dave. That's the calmest anybody's been.
Last one. Dolores and Manayunk.
Hello, sweethearts. How are you holding up?
Poorly, Dolores. Very poorly.
I know. I want to tell you about the moment I knew. And it wasn't the home runs. It was the bunt.
Friedel's bunt.
That's right. The Reds had just taken the lead, and a man on their side still lays down a bunt to move a runner along. Gives himself up. And then the very next 3 men hit home runs.
Dolores, those things aren't connected.
Everything is connected, sweetheart. That's a team that does the little thing and gets the big thing. We had 6 men walk to first base tonight, and we scored 3 off the fella who walked them.
That is, unfortunately, an accurate description of the game.
Cincinnati is 15 and a half games out of it, and they beat us like we owed them money. Tomorrow's the last one of the series. I'll be watching, and I'll be very calm about it. Good night, boys.
Good night, Dolores. She's never once been wrong, and I hate it.
Cap, can I say a thing? It's about the 4th inning.
Kevin, please. Anything.
So in the bottom of the 2nd, Brandon Marsh went on the broadcast, mic'd up, live during the game, talking about his all-star selection.
He did. That's a normal thing that happens now.
Sir. And then 2 innings later, our pitching staff gives up 4 home runs. You put a live microphone on a Philly in the middle of a ball game, and I'm telling you, that signal goes somewhere. Somebody in that park was listening.
Kevin, you're saying the broadcast caused the home runs.
I'm saying nobody's checked. I run a board for a living, Cap. I know exactly how far a signal travels and who can hear it.
He's very good at his job, and that is what frightens me.
Get off my radio show, Kevin. Craig, you know what? Forget the analysis. The one guy who did anything tonight was Schwarber. 32nd home run of the year. Let's just call him.
We're going to call Kyle Schwarber at 11 at night in Cincinnati.
I've got a number.
Yeah, hello.
Kyle? Kyle Schwarber?
Say I am, yeah.
Kyle, 32nd homer of the year tonight. 105 off the bat. What'd you see out of Lauder there?
Yeah, no, felt all right. Ball went out. Listen, can I ask you something? Do you consider a carpet ring a real ring?
A carpet ring?
They moved the tournament indoors. Onto carpet. 60 years the club shoots on packed dirt, and now a fella from Altoona says carpet's more consistent. Consistent! Anybody can shoot on carpet.
Kyle, the ball game. We lost 11-5.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You were in it.
I was in a lot of things today. Look, I got a new toe I'm breaking in, and I can't get a feel for the flick off a rug. and the fella from Altoona knows it. He knows it, and you voted for the rug.
What about your teammate, Realmuto? He homered, too.
Yeah, Realmuto. Great guy. All right, I gotta go. The light's good in the garage, and I gotta get reps in. Bye.
He hung up on us.
Craig, I have a suspicion that was not the actual Kyle Schwarber.
The name was a clue. I've got the Our Phillies game thread pulled up, Jack. The live one posted while it was happening. And I have to warn you, tonight these people were correct.
Then read them and let me grieve with my constituents.
First up, Fandom Star 88, quote, "Why must we have bullpen games? Seriously, with a bullpen this awful? How does the team not realize we need a better one?"
Fandom Star 88 typed that while the game was still going, and it aged like a fine wine. Usually we come on here and laugh at these people. Tonight, I want to shake this man's hand.
He wrote it before the fourth inning finished is the thing. He didn't even know how bad it was going to get.
He had faith in his own pessimism. That's a Philadelphia man.
Next, Status Ability 6867, quote, "This bullpen is overflowing with professional arsonists. Someone wake up Dombrowski and let him know Hez allowed to make trades before July 31st.
Professional arsonists! Craig, that is better than anything you or I said tonight, and this man wrote it on a phone during the fourth inning.
Reggie in Camden called with the same idea and a chart. This gentleman got there in one sentence.
And Reggie's right, and he's right. 23 days.
Last one. Deadly underscore attack, quote, "Why does every Phillies bullpen pitcher have 6 ERA halfway through the season minus like 2-3 usable guys?" I'm not going to confirm the number. I didn't look it up, and I'm not putting it in my mouth.
You don't have to confirm it, Craig. Keller and Meza threw 2 shutout innings tonight. That's the 2 or 3 usable guys, and he named them without naming them.
The panic was right. That's the whole segment. Usually this is where we laugh. Time for hot takes from the masses. This is the post-game thread on our Phillies, written by people who had time to calm down and did not.
Nobody calms down in this city, Craig. It's a feature.
First up, the witty men, quote, "Man, oh man, haven't seen an ugly loss like tonight since Monday."
Since Monday! He's mocking us with a calendar.
It's a 2-day memory, and it's completely earned.
2 days. That's the whole lifespan of hope around here.
Next, SpiderCam27, quote, "Burns was terrible today, but of course it had to be during the bullpen game, so there was no chance of us winning either way."
This is the one that actually hurts. Chase Burns walked 6 men. 6! He threw 106 pitches in 5 innings, and he could not find the strike zone, and he is the winning pitcher.
We put men on against him all night. 3 runs is all we got. That's the game inside the game, and SpiderCam27 saw it clearly.
We got out-pitched by a man who was bad. There's no coming back from that sentence.
Last one, and it's the only nice thing anybody said. Magada underscore the white, quote, "Crawford has been a bright spot recently. Didn't even notice he's back up to hitting 262. Nice."
262. And he's right, I checked. Jen called an hour ago about this exact man, and I told her there was no statue.
Triple, walk, stolen base, and he came around to score. 2 for 3. Best night anybody had in that uniform.
There might be a small statue. All right, we're coming to the end of it, and you know what that means. It's time for the callers walk-off. Kevin, open the lines. You're up for the walk-off. Swing.
17 pitches, 3 home runs. I have thrown 17 pitches to my grandson and given up nothing.
Next to plate. Swing.
Fella bunted tonight. A fella actually bunted. And he was on the other team, and they won.
Step in. Swing.
Crawford hit a ground ball that went for a triple. That man is going to lead off a World Series game. Write it down.
You're up. Swing.
JT hit a home run tonight, and every single one of you is talking about a strikeout. Shame on the lot of you.
Walk off. Swing!
2 middle relievers, 23 days, and I will send the chart to anybody who asks. 6th inning is where you die.
Step up. Swing.
The Reds are 15 and a half games out of first place, sweethearts. Remember that when we play a good team.
Last one! Swing!
6 walks from Burns, and we scored 3. 6. That's not pitching beating us. That's us apologizing.
And that's the walk-off, folks. Every one of them landed, and every one of them hurt. All right, Philadelphia. 11-5. 4 home runs in an inning. We're 51 and 42. 3 back of Atlanta, and Miami has pulled even with us.
And tomorrow is the rubber game of the series in Cincinnati. Win it, and we take 2 of 3 from a last-place club, and nobody remembers tonight.
That's the thing, isn't it? Crawford was terrific. Schwarber hit his 32nd. Realmuto went deep. Keller and Meza were clean. We lost by 6 anyway, because 1 inning ate the whole night.
1 inning usually does.
Before we go, tell me who your player of the game was tonight, and I mean in a loss, which is a harder question. Drop it in the comments. We read every one of them. Like the video, subscribe, and follow the show wherever you're listening. It's how a little show like this one keeps the lights on.
And it's the only thing all night that would go up instead of out.
Write in. Yell at me. Jack@thecaptainjackshow.com. Tell me Painter should be in Cincinnati tomorrow. Tell me I was too soft on the bullpen. Tell me Jen's right about the statue.
She might be right about the statue.
For Craig Nicholson, and for Kevin in the booth, who is currently investigating a microphone, I'm Captain Jack. Phillies play again tomorrow, and so do we. Good night, Philadelphia.